Hey, welcome back to another episode of Heroes and Videos. Hey, you guys remember Wayne's World back in the day? Mike Myers and Dana Carvey? How crazy is it that decades ahead of their time, they really kind of had the first YouTube show. They were broadcasting, right, on Channel 9, whatever it was, on SNL, so from their mom's basement. So it just kind of hit me that, it's party time. It's excellent. It's Heroes and Videos. We won't be doing that theme song, by the way. Today we're going to be looking at some new comics from last week. I'm going to try to mix it up between new comics and old comics on the show. We will eventually get into some more videos, talking more about some upcoming movies. Wonder Man is dropping near the end of the month here. Looking forward to reviewing that. But love for you to hit like if you like the video. If you want to wait to the end of the video, that would be awesome as well. Then you can decide if you like it or not. I kind of hope you do. Would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit notifications so you get notified when I put up new content. Again, today we've got X-Men, we got Superman, we got Batman, we got Spider-Man. We have all the hits. So starting out with the X-Men. X-Men 23, adjectiveless X-Men, number 23. This is the epilogue for that Age of Revelation storyline that has been going on. It's really cool. If you remember the Cyclops, or Scott Summers, not the Cyclops, Scott Summers and the Beast, their consciousnesses, a lot of is there. Their consciousnesses leapt forward 10 years into the Marvel future, into their future selves, and that was a neat little twist on the Days of Future Past, where the future Kitty came back to the present. In this case, present Cyclops and Beast went forward to the future, and that's what played out in those Age of Revelation books. And at some point, we'll go back and do a deep dive on all of them. Well, at least the ones I read, they were pretty good books. This is the epilogue that shows you what happened from the moment that switch happened, except in the present day. So that sword-wielding Scott Summers there on the cover is future Scott Summers back in the body of present day Scott Summers Cyclops. So it's interesting. It's one of those kind of, I don't know if it's a grandfather paradox or what you want to call it, where the cause and effect. And I don't want to spoil too much here, that we are going to get into a few spoilers later. But it's interesting. It may be that future Cyclops coming into past Cyclops may have been the reason for the Age of Revelation starting in the first place. Like he came back to try to prevent a certain future from happening, and in doing so, he may have actually caused it to happen. We don't know. We're just going to have to read it month to month. But X-Men 23, that's Legacy 323 from back in, this would have been the book that originally Jim Lee, when it shot off from the Uncanny book, when it went to 2 titles. This is the adjectiveless X-Men. The stories have been really good. Uncanny X-Men takes place in New Orleans, in the Bayou. This one takes place in Alaska, and Cyclops has got a new team. Well, not a new team, but a Juggernaut and Beast, and I'm missing any number of other ones. Psylocke and a bunch of folks. But it's just really neat to see, if you've been following that Age of Revelation at all, or even just listening to me describe it here on the channel. It's really cool to see what happened on the flip side of that, where future Cyclops comes into present day. And I'm curious what they're going to do with Doug Ramsey, the Revelation character, because we've seen how evil he turns out or ends up in that Age of Revelation future. But we don't know if that's, we'll have to wait and see how he gets there, or if he gets there. So now let's jump over to DC World with Absolute Superman number 15. As it says, a new story starts here. I've heard this described as, hey, Superman's finally the Superman we know. And I second that. This is where he really, he comes into his own as being closer to the character that we're used to, the non-absolute Superman, if you will. But it's just been a really great ride. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. His relationship with the town of Smallville, his relationship with the world. This is as good of a take on how it would be to be Superman as I can recall. Primarily the idea that, he's got super hearing and all that good stuff, right? So you would be hearing people in distress all the time. And this does a pretty good job of explaining how he copes with that or doesn't cope with that, and what it would be like. But a very good book, and I'm looking forward. I'm all in on Absolute Superman. Speaking of Absolute, Absolute Batman has had an annual recently. It's been a really good book. I love this cover, but honestly, when I first saw it, I thought he was standing over a bunch of like green gunk as opposed to a representation of Gotham City, presumably Gotham City. This is not Absolute Batman Annual. That's already come and gone. It's not the regular Absolute Batman book. This is kind of a special Absolute Arc M. I feel like they're just trying to get a little cute with stuff like that, trying to make it different. It is Arkham. There's Arkham Asylum. There's not a lot of Batman in this book, but it's a really good story. It's the story of Arkham Asylum in the Absolute universe, and it's basically a horror story, and it's a really good one. I don't want to spoil anything about this book. You should read it. It's very good. It's got some swerves in it. It's just a very interesting concept. It goes along well as an ancillary book for what's going on in Absolute Batman right now. But just a great one and done kind of spooky horror tale. So loving that book, and that Arc M special is very good as well. Next up, we're going to see a couple of variant covers here. I've been into some variant covers lately. Batman number 5. First, I'll show the variant cover first. This is the Matt Fraction Batman. Got Damian there. Pretty cool look going on. I don't know. I guess that's a dragon, it looks like, behind him. I don't know if Iron Fist, Shao Lao. I'm not sure how you say the dragon's name in Iron Fist. I don't know if he's like moonlighting and working double duty over here in the DC universe, but that kind of looks like a dragon there in the flames behind Damian. He does make an appearance in this book. It's a really good one. The regular cover here to Batman 5 is the Ojo. I don't know if it's not Ojo or Oho strikes. Like most of these books, this is like most of these comics in this run. It could be a standalone story, though it does end on a bit of a cliffhanger. This is it's very interesting. Bruce's new potential love interest is a scientist that works, a researcher that works at Wayne Industries, and it's beyond adorable watching them meet in the last issue or two, and this one where they're going on a date, but it's not a date, or is it a date? And it's just really cool. I'm getting not Silver St. Cloud vibes off of this lady, this doctor, but it feels very similar. Somebody that could be as into Bruce Wayne as they are into Batman, and very strong character on their own. I know Catwoman, Selena Kyle fills that bill as well. But it kind of took me back to those Englehart, Marshall Roger issues in terms of the potential love interest and the way that the characters play off of each other. I don't think it's a big time spoiler. I mentioned Batman, Absolute Batman wasn't in that Batman Arc M very much. Batman's not in this book very much either, as you can probably tell by the cover. That's our hero Bruce Wayne there that's running on the cover there. But yeah, it's just really good book, and I'm really enjoying that. Not quite as humorous as Fraction's Hawkeye run, but it's a really good book. So if you're not picking up Batman, you should. Next up is my all-time favorite, Amazing Spider-Man. Going to show the variant cover first, just like I did with the other one. This takes me back to Amazing Spider-Man 59, and you know what? I meant to pull that one out to have that alongside this one. Maybe for the next Spider-Man video, I'll have this one and 59 over here in the backdrops here, like I have the most recent issues of this book. So this is just kind of a throwback cover, and it's definitely supposed to be. Who is this? It looks a lot like Rude, but it's not. I should know who's doing this cover, but maybe put it in the comments if you know, or maybe I'll put it in the comments if I take time to look it up after the show, as I should have done before the show. But yeah, this is around that time period, though Vulture there, the Drago or whatever, the second Vulture, is not, I don't think, in that Amazing Spider-Man 59. Mary Jane doing the go-go dancing thing looks like Craven and Green Goblin are at the bottom. Gwen's over here dancing. I'm thinking Flash Thompson next to Harry Osborn, and of course the Brood and Kingpin. So it's certainly supposed to evoke that era, the Amazing Spider-Man late 40s, early to late 50s comics there. So that Romita Senior and Stan Lee run. So just love the vibe on that cover. Now let's get to what's happening in the book, right? As you know from watching the channel, Amazing Spider-Man's been going back and forth between Peter in space and another Spider-Man on Earth. Excuse me, on Earth. Yes, on Earth, but on Manhattan. I guess Manhattan's Earth, right? I don't know. I guess maybe people in New Jersey don't think so. I don't know. But it's been going back and forth between what's going on with the character that's pretending or serving. That's a better word. Serving as Spider-Man in Manhattan, and the other issues are Peter as Spider-Man in space. And those are my favorite of the two locales, but they're both books are the same book, but they're alternating between stories where they take place, are just really rocking right now. If everybody jumped off board because of what's his name, Paul, in the last volume of Amazing Spider-Man, y'all need to come back because it's really good. I don't think this is a spoiler because it's on the cover. That's our guy, Peter Parker, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, who's currently in space with Rocket and a little Venom symbiote called Symbi, and not Bloodstalker, a guy, a number of original characters that are part of this group with him, this team with him. There's a Warlock type character, not Adam, but the Bill Sikowicz Warlock type character called Glitch. There's Rocket Raccoon. It's just a great team, and it makes me realize as much as Spider-Man is a loner, he really works best when he's in a group where he can be playing off of people. That's why Marvel Team Up was such a great idea. I don't think it's a real spoiler given how he ended up in space and the fact that that's the helmet he's reaching out of for the villain or the character that put him there. They had what started this storyline was he had this tremendous battle throughout Manhattan and Central Park and whatnot, where he was just getting beaten all to pieces by, thoroughly overwhelmed by this extraordinarily powerful character called Hellgate, who seemed to be testing him. And I don't think the fact that Hellgate's helmet is on the cover, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to mention he's in the book. So it's just really good. Loving the character Ray, who is a very strong female character in this book. That was strong, not just mentally, but also physically powerful character that is a little fond of our guy Pete. And it's just really cute. I was wondering recently, I read this book last week, and I was thinking recently, man, there's this cool line I remember seeing in something. Was it on TV? Was it, I've been binging Stranger Things. I've never seen it. I'm watching that. I'm watching any number of other movies and TV shows in the meantime, and I'm like, where did I see a character talking about ice cream? They didn't really understand that ice cream was ice cream. They thought of it as scream. It's like ice cream for ice cream. And then when I was doing a little rereading of this prior to the show, it was in this. This was the book that had that in it. So it's just really heartwarming. It's really sweet, and the action's amazing. And as always, I'm sorry about the amazing pun. And as always, these books are great when they show just what I'm running out of adjectives because the only ones I'm using are ones that Stan Lee uses on his books. An exemplary character. What a great character. Sorry, I'm running out of adjectives. That Peter Parker is just all-time fantastic character. That maybe I can run through everything. He's invincible. Well, he's not invincible, but the guy never quits. He's always trying to do the right thing. Very much like the Blue Boy Scout or the Red Blue Boy Scout we kind of started the show with Superman. So just Amazing Spider-Man. Still crushing it. Pick that up if you haven't. I'm sure trades are starting to come out at this point. So, Rams won at the Panthers, or to catch up on that. So yeah, going to Chicago, I guess, this weekend I'm not going to that one either, but we'll be watching one, hoping for the best possible outcome, which is Rams win. Hope everybody is having a great year so far. Haven't done any resolutions. We'll get to that. Oh, I do have a resolution. My resolution is to try to put out a video with some old books along with the video about new books every week. So just did one recently on some great Fantastic Fours I picked up. Have an amazing, yes, it's that character, number of books that I picked up recently that I can't wait to show you. We talked about Grails and all that good stuff. Some of these are some of mine that I just recently picked up. So looking forward to posting that. Keep your eye out for it. Thank you again for spending some time here on the channel. As always, keep reading comics, keep going to see movies in theaters, and be kind to each other.